Hey there, and welcome to a brand new episode of Coshocton Conversations. I'm your host, Kirby Hasseman, and we're right here in the Hasseman Brewing tap room where we want good people to have good conversations. And we've got a great one lined up today. Jandi Adams, who's Executive Director of Clary Gardens. She's also a board member of Coshocton and Bloom. So Jandi, thanks so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Cool.
Exciting.
So let's start with the basics. Let's go with Clary Gardens first.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who don't know what goes on at Clary Gardens, what is Clary Gardens? Tell us a little bit about that organization.
So Clary Gardens is a 501c3 nonprofit. We're located right past Roscoe Village, on the right-hand side, and we are mission-driven, and so we really have a focus of a couple main areas. To start off, it's horticultural education is the big focus that we have out there, and then also events, wedding spaces to be specific, and then we also focus a little bit on local history and the arts.
Yeah. Okay, let me be the dumb person in the room. So horticulture, for someone who doesn't know what that is, explain.
Digging in the dirt.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of different plants, wildlife. We focus on the planting. So to be a botanical garden, which we are, we do a lot of work in documenting what is out in the gardens.
Okay.
And so,
well, that's cool. So speaking of digging in the dirt, right? So let's talk about Coshocton and Bloom. I mean, you're a board member of that. What does that organization do?
10,000 foot view. I mean, it's a lot more than just the pots that you see downtown, right? And so we are kind of the umbrella organization with 7 different categories. Each board member represents a different category. I actually wrote them down here: overall impression, landscaping, floral display, environmental, urban forestry, historical preservation, and then also a new one is community vitality, so the overall health of our community. We spend a lot of time, we put a profile together that's almost 40 pages long, and then we invite judges to come and check out our community in the summer. And so that's a lot to ask, and it's very progressive of us to, for them to come, but it's a great experience, and it gives us a chance to show off our community.
So, and forgive my ignorance on this, but we just won an award, right, as a community?
We did, and so we won this floral display award, and this is a national award. People don't understand that of all the communities, it's not just against communities of our size, it's all sizes across the nation, and so I think 150 some communities went up against, and we were the one community to win that award.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So appreciate your hard work on that. So the next question I ask everybody is, what's a burning challenge you have right now, or you see?
Something that I see on a lot of boards, and not just at Clary Gardens or Coshocton and Bloom, is we're really trying to get more young professionals involved in our community activities, in our organizations. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is work from 2 different facets, maybe work with the local employers, myself being one of them, and how can we get some of them, or encourage participation in community activities, but also work with the school systems and give the students actual viable work in what they're doing, not just give paperwork, busy work for them to do, but actually give them where they would have a voice and building a project.
Yeah, and I think that's probably a challenge with a lot of small communities, but one of the things that I think is cool, and I tell people this all the time, is once you understand the kind of impact you can make in a small community, it's almost overwhelming.
Right.
So when young people, if somebody's seeing that, you really do have the ability to put your stamp on projects, and that's pretty cool, really.
Right, developing that passion, you really get involved in a way you didn't feel like you were going to in the first place.
Yeah, for sure. So what are some things you're excited about in Coshocton County?
A lot of things. I was gonna focus on Coshocton and Bloom, and how we've really been able to improve cooperation through municipal government, our local organizations, businesses. We've got our residents involved, a tremendous amount of volunteers, and we're all working toward common goals of community beautification projects. We're seeing increased pride in our community. We're seeing visible improvements out there.
Yeah, it's cool to see it. I will say that one of the words that I've heard a lot on this so far is the word collaboration. That hasn't always been the case, and so I think we have a sense of collaboration in the community right now. Would you agree?
Definitely.
Cool. So final question, what is another organization, a different organization in Coshocton County that you see as a positive?
One of the organizations that I've been able to participate more recently, and I just joined last year, was the Coshocton Rotary Club. We just celebrated our 100-year anniversary, and something that really drew me to that is the speakers that we have on a weekly basis are really just so relevant to what's going on in our community. I can keep a good pulse of what's happening around here, and just such amazing people. The relationships that I've made have been tremendous.
Yeah,
so.
I'm a little biased. My wife's a member of the Rotary
that's
Club
right.
too. Yeah, but yeah, great organization for sure. So thank you so much. Appreciate you taking the time. Great job.
Wonderful.
Yep. Okay, so that's going to wrap up this edition of Coshocton Conversations. We'll see you next week.